Alright, it's about 6:15 this morning, getting an early start. I'm already on the road. There's a section of 101 that's closed for road work. It's closed from like 8 a.m. until noon and then 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. So I figured to get past there, my best bet would be to do it early in the morning. Well, I'm driving through the Prairie Creek State Park right now. I'm headed to the Elk Prairie campground, I believe. And from there, I think there's a long hike out to Fern Canyon, which I guess is a cool place to go check out. So I think I'm gonna go do that. There's like a couple different trails you can do there. I can go out and back on one trail, or I can go out on one and loop back on another. At least that's what the ranger was telling me yesterday. So that's what I'm driving to right now. I don't really know what to expect with it. I don't know a whole lot about it, how long any of it is, but you know, it's only 8 a.m. right now, so I've got plenty of time to go do whatever. But yeah, for now, that's all the plan I've got today. We'll get to that trailhead and get going. Just stopping real quick on my way to that trailhead I'm doing. I'm gonna stop and see Big Tree real quick. I don't know if it's really that cool, but I don't know. There's a bunch of signs for it and it says Big Tree. So I'm gonna take a guess and assume that there's a big tree over here. Well, I think I found it. I'm pretty sure this is Big Tree. You know, there's a sign that says it, so I'm gonna trust the sign, but yeah. Just got parked out here and getting ready to go on my trail. So this is the plan for today. I'm parked right here and I'm gonna head out on the James Irvine trail out to Fern Canyon, then hike down along the beach and hike back on the Miners Ridge trail, and they both end at the same spot. So I believe it's 12.1 miles doing that full loop, so you know that's gonna take quite a while. You know, it's about 8:30 right now, so I'm getting a decent start. I honestly would have liked to get started a little bit earlier, but I drove around kind of in circles for a little bit trying to find out where to park for this spot. It's a little confusing to find where to park for the trailhead. Yeah, stuff isn't labeled all that great, but I did eventually find it. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish getting my stuff ready, then I'm gonna head out on the trail, and yeah, it looks like I've got a long hike ahead of me. All right, off we go on a 12-mile trek. All right, little trail update. Going good so far. Trail's not bad. It's pretty gradual, you know, some uphill, some downhill. On a little descent right now, but haven't really been filming much, you know, since this is a longer trail. Just kind of focusing on hiking. I think I'm making pretty good time, but just a minute ago, I could smell some salt water, so I must be getting close. I haven't really been checking to see how far I've hiked, you know, kind of just going for it right now. Something I noticed that I thought I'd point out is I'm really representing Speedo this morning. I got the Speedo tank top, the Speedo backpack, and the Speedo shorts, you know. It's almost like I was a swimmer or something. Well, I'm almost at the half point of my trail, and now I'm in Fern Canyon. As you can see, lots of ferns, hence the name. Yeah, it's just this little canyon with this little stream running through it. And then all along the side are these big green ferns. It's a good little spot to slow down and relax on the trail a little bit. The way that I hike to get out here is definitely not the only option to get out here. There's a parking lot only about half a mile from here. You park and then just hike out if you just want to see the canyon. The trail I did was, you know, 5 miles out here just because I want to do a big loop. But if you just want to come check out the ferns, you can pretty much drive to it and then just hike a half mile, I think. And yeah, it'll bring you right out here. Well, that was fun walking around Fern Canyon, definitely a beautiful spot. Now I'm headed out to the beach to start my loop back. Still have about 7 miles left to hike.
Man, this trail just keeps getting more and more overgrown the farther I go. Jeez, I'm really just out in the wilderness right now. I think part of Jurassic Park was filmed in the redwoods, so if I don't find a velociraptor out here, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, to be honest. If you're out here at Prairie Creek Redwood State Park and really wanna just get out in the wilderness and not have any people around, Miners Ridge Trail, that's the one for you. Nothing around here, just green stuff everywhere, and then me. You might run into me out here, but that's about it. Made it out of some of that thick greenery and found some trees, some pretty big trees, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, that Miners Ridge Trail, yeah, it wasn't too bad. At the beginning there, I mean, it was really thick, overgrown, like I was saying. But then after like about a mile, it kind of just opened up to be more wooded area like this. I did end up passing, I don't know, 8 or 9 people. So not a whole lot, you know, for a 5-mile trail. But yeah, no, it was cool to see a little bit different terrain than there was on that first trail, on the James Irvine trail that I did going out. But yeah, I think I have about maybe a mile or so left and I'll be back to my car. Well, I'm back at my car after doing that long loop trail. Yeah, overall it was pretty good. Nothing too crazy. It was pretty gradual going out, pretty gradual coming back, you know, some ups, some downs, but no crazy elevation change, so it really wasn't that hard. I thought it was like 12.1, but my watch is saying 11.18 miles. I did it in a 17-minute and 40-second per mile pace. Not too bad, pretty good pace. It's nice because the Fern Canyon's kind of at the halfway point, so it's a good spot to kind of stop and hang out for a little bit before continuing on. Yeah, that was a good trail overall. I enjoyed it. There's a good, you know, lots of trees, but also lots of like lush greenery. And yeah, like I said, it was pretty gradual, so even though it was pretty long, it really wasn't all that hard. I think I'd give that like a 7.8 out of 10. Maybe an 8 out of 10.